Well, hello, and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious-minded people in these ultra serious times. Say that almost word for word every single reading, and the reason I do is because repetition underlines a message. We are in very difficult times. I've done tarot for over 20 years. Most of the tarot readings I have seen by other people over the past 20 plus years have been shallow. You know, they talk about goofy things. I know some tarot readers are spending more time talking about what their neighbors are doing outside, what their day was like. And then once they get to the readings, it's rainbows, lollipops kind of crazy stuff. What tarot is, at its essence, is a science of potential. Your potential. It doesn't predict anything. And in fact, the numbers show that if you have 10 people viewing this or listening to this podcast right now, and I have many more than that, thank you. Like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, share. Helps with the algorithms. God, we live by numbers, don't we? Anyway, thank you for your support. Back to that. Tarot is the science of potential because you have to relate to the energy, or the energy relates to you, or ideally both. And out of 10 people, that's only going to happen to 1, maybe 2 people. The other 8 or 9, they're going to like the reading probably, hopefully. They're going to enjoy the reading, hopefully. Going to get something out of it, hopefully. That's my goal, is to inspire you. But 1 or 2 people out of 10, that's it. Same thing, by the way, if you're going to do an astrology reading, numerology reading. And oh, by the way, I've done numerology and astrology for over 50 years. Same difference. And in fact, one of my basic complaints about astrologers is they get wrapped up in the minutiae. Now, I'm not sure why they do. Obviously, they're not paying attention to their audience. One of the reasons I have chosen to do tarot because it is focused on the individual. With astrology, it is focused on Capricorns, Cancers, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, whatever the case may be. And even then, if you do a reading for any one of those signs, you're not going to get every Capricorn, every Leo, every Scorpio, every Sagittarian. You're not going to get them. You're going to get 1 or 2 out of 10. That's just the way life works. But the thing that bothers me about the astrologers is they get wrapped up in this minutia. They can't wait to cover the next week or next month, and they're going to cover all the lunar aspects and all the other little things going on with Mercury, Mars, and Venus, and the other planets, and they're going to go, oh man, look at you got the. Well, by the time you're done with the reading, you can't make shit out of Shinola. You get lost. You pick and choose what you choose to remember, which is kind of like doing a tarot reading and you deciding, well, I'm just going to relate to it anyway, even though I don't. I just made up my mind. Astrologers, and I try to do this, and it's very, very difficult, get to the essentials. For example, one of the biggest things that you can keep in mind this year, beyond everything else, and again, astrologers, I just love to get into the minutiae. I guess they want to show you how smart they are. Well, they're not smart at all because they're not communicating. But one of the biggest things that you should know about this year is you got the major planets all changing signs. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. That's significant. In fact, they're lined up in the sky. I think at this point, they may be starting to break up. But for the last couple of weeks, if you could see the nighttime sky, you would see these things in a line. That's rare. So all of the planets from Jupiter on are getting into different signs. And the fascinating part is that they're going to work together. Okay? You're going to have them in air signs and fire signs. Powerful juju. And in fact, you got a little taste of it about a week or so ago when Uranus started to go forward. It's in the very last degrees of Taurus right now, using Western astrology, which is what I use. So it's almost into Aquarius. It's not quite there, but look what happened last week. My God. You got the Jewish state coming up with an artificial intelligence program which tells them they're the bad guys. Didn't like that. Then we got this whole thing going on with the USAID. Ooh, didn't like that. Then we got that computer thing, the AI thing out of China, which was done much more efficiently, much more effectively, and much more cheaply than what Silicon Valley was selling us. And then, of course, we saw what was going on with the congressional hearings. That's Uranus changing signs. That's Uranus moving forward, the planet of revolution. All of a sudden, man, everybody's pants fall to their knees, and you're going, woo! Okay? That's the powerful stuff. I can do that better with tarot because it's focused on you, the individual. Especially if you feel it resonating. That's the key. You're the connection. It is the science of potential. Let's get to it. Middle card is not a tarot card. It's the oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading. Today it is yin. Up in the upper left corner, it's 2. 2s are always decisions. Feminine energy, but it's deciding. 2s are always decisions. So this is an important decision to make. And the reason it's important, you have to turn yourself inside out. In other words, if you're resonating to this, must get to a softer energy, an unseen energy. And focus on that. That doesn't mean anybody's going to see it. Doesn't mean anybody's going to feel it. It means that you are activating your inner power, your inner strength. So in essence, you're turning yourself inside out. But that's effective right now. This is not a time to get out and push full force. This is not a time for yang energy. Not the time. Too much going on. You got to kind of let stuff work their way through and then start to filter out. That'll be coming later on. But right now, it's turn yourself inside out. Go that softer, more observant kind of energy. Pay attention. Don't let anybody notice you or see you doing it. Just kind of sit back in the corner and just observe. As I said, all the major planets are going to be changing signs, moving into signs for the next year. That will significantly change the energy, even from what it is right now. And, oh, by the way, if you think it's going to get easier, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. At some point, maybe next fall, we'll be able to catch our breath, but shit's going to hit the fan. I mean, there's no two ways about it. In fact, I was watching a video last night. They were talking about egg prices around the world. And the reason I'm talking about eggs is food, because here in the United States, certainly, food is becoming much, much, much more expensive. That's part of something that Henry Kissinger said. If you control the oil, you control the country. If you control the food, you control the people. He was a mean bastard. That's what they're doing. They're literally... This is the Hunger Games, folks. It's nothing less. Where I live, I'm not too bad, about $7 for a dozen. But in about a dozen other countries all around the world, the reporter showed us the prices where you got pasture-raised organic eggs in every one of the 12 countries. And they were about $2, $2.50 a dozen, or 20 even. So what the hell, where's the discrepancy? Not only do they pay much less than what I'm paying for, the stuff is pasture-raised and it's organic. And in fact, because they don't wash the eggs, keeping a protective shell on the eggs, they don't even have to refrigerate them. They're superior in every way. It's the United States. What the hell is going on? Why can't... Well, we can't, because we're not going to make a lot of money and we're not going to control you. That's why. And this is the reason why you need the yin energy. Step back. Stuff is being shaken up right now. See what pops up or drops. To act right now would be ineffective. In fact, the meme for today says you're not going to wake up anybody anymore. We're basically in the end game. There are things that are about to start happening everywhere that's going to freak the shit out of people. Back away from trying to wake them up. They're comfortable asleep. They are where they want to be, comfortably numb. That's a powerful meme. So you're not going to wake up anybody anymore. They are choosing to stick their head up their ass. They're choosing. Okay, fine. That's why you need to turn your energy inside out. Just observe. Because, man, more is going to get shaken loose. Let's go all the way to the left. Let's do the reading. Seven of Swords. I love this card. It's come up quite a bit. I love it because you can see in this card it looks like, and in fact, a lot of tarot readers go, well, he's leaving a carnival or a party and he's taking stuff. He's stealing stuff. No, he's not. The party, the joke, is civilization. He's taking his 5 truths and making the decision. You see the 2 swords. 2's always decisions. He's taking the 5 things he knows are absolutely true and deciding to walk away from the circus. You're getting ready for that kind of activity. Not there yet, but inside you're making that decision. Why? Because your value system is changing. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles are our value system. What do you value? Is it just money? Is it just cars? Is it just houses? Is it just material shit? Is that what you value? Because that's not true value. You've seen already around you how quickly things can be destroyed and taken away from you. I don't give a damn. Go Los Angeles. Oh, life in Los Angeles, LA, man. Whoa, wow. I worked out there on a radio station for about a dozen years. I know what it was like. It's a toilet now. And it's burnt to the ground. Of course, they got plans to do 15-minute cities because they got the Olympics coming in 2028, and they said they were going to show off the 15-minute cities. What better way, I am suggesting, than to get LA ready for the 15-minute city experience by burning it down? Hey. And so all those people who had homes and stuff, and they invested years and really took care of business and were good people, good citizens, it's gone. It's gone. Most Biden government was talking about was $700, just like they did people in North Carolina, just like they did in the people in Hawaii and other places. Forget about it. So this is the time for you to stand back, watch the fog, watch the airplane accidents, watch the stuff they're putting in the sky. Observe all of it. You're going to see a lot of stuff shake loose. You can't make a decision or a game plan until you let some of this stuff shake out. And it's probably going to be in the spring or summer where you'll be in a position. But for right now, it's yin energy. Turn yourself inside out. If you can do that, if you know what's valuable, why something is valuable to you, why it is of real value, not just shallow bullshit stuff that the people on Wall Street or the European bankers or World Economic Forum are trying to shove down your throat, but what's real human value stuff, friendship, joy, happiness, peace, those things. Once you establish that, you can begin to think about the 1111 card, the 4 of Wands. Harmony, celebration, stability, partnership. But you got to take care of it on your own by yourself. Turn it inside out. Make the improvements, make the adjustments, make the observations, but keep it quiet. You do that, the final card says it all, Magician. You realize your potential, you realize your power, your purpose. Coming up in July, in fact, July 4, 2026, the United States of America will have its 250th anniversary, 250 years. Interestingly, about 250 years ago, when they were signing the Constitution, go back to astrology, Pluto was in this same spot essentially in the solar system. Right at the end of Capricorn, getting ready to move into Aquarius. It's been kind of bouncing back and forth over the past year or two for that, but it's going to complete the circuit, move into Aquarius by the end of this year. Guess what? That's just a slight amount ahead of our 250th anniversary. What happened 250 years ago? Ooh, we revolted. We declared revolution. We declared our freedom, our independence. We didn't handle it pretty good. You can just ask the American Indians. But there was that spark, freedom, independence. How does it feel around the planet now? How does it feel in the United States now? We still got that same spark? Be aware. You're not going to wake up anybody anymore. They know what's going on. So you focus on you. You keep your energy turned inside out. Just sit back, observe. Let the chips fall. Sometime probably this summer, maybe next fall, you'll be able to make better decisions. That's when the iron is hot and you strike for your freedom and your independence. Wherever you are on the planet, doesn't make any difference. In the United States, we're going to be toe-to-toe with our 250th anniversary, our birthday. You work it out for you and your location. But that's where we're at, taking this energy to do something and turning it inward. And just observing, watching, waiting. You're going to act before the end of the year, but just observe. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested reading. Between now and the next time we do this together, hopefully tomorrow, peace and blessings.